Hi, this is the fourth module, and in this fourth module, already we have covered one lecture, and in that lecture we have covered the basic and one example we with that SMD and PMD we have taken, and in this is the second lecture in that series. We are taking here we are going to discuss one simple example where we have taken some point load as well as the moment which is acted in between that beam. So with respect to this kind of moment and point load, we have to actually verify with respect to that. So already we have discussed that the change in shear force diagram that when the load is in the form of point load, so the the shape of your shear force diagram is changing from positive to negative, and it will while it's passing through positive to negative, it will passing through the 0 point where which we used to call as the contraflexure. Similarly, for the bending moment diagram, we actually know when the bending moment diagram is fluctuate only when there is a moment, and in that condition we have to verify with respect to this example. So the here is the simple simply supported beam which is supported at two end of that beam as A and B with respect to that, and it is subdivided in between three section, which is nothing but namely A to C, C to D, and D to E, and E to B. So in this lecture, in this beam, we have actually two form of load. One is the extra point load, and second is the moment load. We can say this twisting moment load. So first, we already seen. You can see on this PDF that the length of that entire beam is 8 meter, and the point load which is acting at the both end is 50 kilonewton meter, or you can say you just take as a 50 newton and 30 kilonewton, and the point load which is act from the left side of that beam which is 80 kilonewton, uh, which is at point C. When you move to the left to right, there is a D point at which 40 kilonewton meter new the moment is going to be act, and similarly at point E, uh, in that point also the 40 kilonewton meter of moment is going to act, and both the moment are in clockwise direction. So we have now we are going to proceed with the shear force diagram, and uh, in the previous uh, example we have taken we have actually uh, write the equation for your shear force diagram, but in this condition there will be no x, because if you take x also, it is not going to vary much, because it will mostly if you want to find out the contrafluxure kind of thing, and it is mostly going to be helpful while there is a uniformly distributed or non-uniform distributed kind of load. But if it is a point load, there is no need to take that shear force diagram. You can directly write down the equation, and going to save your time, and it will you can simply find out the value for shear force. As you see in the A moment, where you have taken that 50 newton meter force is going to act in upward direction. We have taken upward direction is positive, and the downward direction is negative. So A point, which is at the 50 kilonewton meter of force, which is acting upward direction. So we have taken the distance 50 kilonewton in the upward direction. Now as we move to the left side, left to the right side, which is at the section A to C. Throughout this section, it will remains constant, because in between there is no force. Only force is going to be changed after C point. The right side of that C point, and till the left side of the C point is going to be the 50 kilonewton meter. So we have taken horizontal, and we know that from that the chart we have taken for the shear force behavior and the bending moment. For the point load, it is horizontal line. So so we have to draw horizontal line at 50 Newton meter. But at we are going to see at a point C. There is a force which is acting downward, which has a magnitude 80 kilo Newton. So if you minus 50 Newton out of it, so it will remain minus 30. And why it is? Because you have to calculate from the left to right. So it is 50 minus 80, so which will be remain minus 30. So the moment the magnitude has a negative sign. So the shear force is below that neutral line. So it will be going to be the vertically is downstep, and already this point is going to be the proof here is that when there is point moment is going to be act on the beam at that particular point, the shear force diagram change its sign. So here the sign is going to be changed from positive to negative, and from that point the shear force is going to be constant throughout till the point B. And here the point B we have taken it's the moment is in upward direction. So in this direction, if you move, we already know 30 degree, but after that there is a momentum at a moment which is act at the D and E point, but we need not to calculate with respect to that, because there is no effect of that moment on that shear force diagram. So this 30 kilonewton is going to be constant throughout the CD, DE, and uh, uh, EB portion. But in the ED, at the end point of that beam at point B, which is 30 Newton meters acting in the upward direction. So it is going to be zero at that moment. Uh, Now, if you want to find out the bending moment for this, so in this condition, firstly we have to think about the nature is going to be for the AC. So you take x distance from any random from the cross section AC. So that is nothing but if you take moment with respect to that point, which will be going to 15x, 50x, and if you put that x value is 0, which is going to be a moment at point A is going to be 0. And if you take that moment is going to vary when x value is varying from 0 to 2, and with respect to that the moment is to it is going to be uh, 50 into 2, which is nothing but 100 kilonewton meter. And as we know the nature of the point load, uh, for shear force diagram it is horizontal, and for bending moment diagram it is going to be the inclined line. So here is the A to say it is going to be inclined line 0 to 100 Newton meter, kilonewton meter. And the at 100 Newton meter, uh, here is also one point as which is the force is going to be act in the downward direction, which has a magnitude 80 kilonewton. So the equation is going to become, and in this condition you have to take the x distance from the CD section. So I have taken x distance at in between the CD. So the equation is going to be 50x minus 80x minus 2. And in this diagram, if you take the value for at CD section, so x is the at a C section, if you take value 2, it is going to be give you 100 Newton meter. But if you take the value for x equal to 4, which is till the uh, D section, so in that D portion x equal to put so moment at D portion to the left side of that D portion, so it is going to be the 40. And when there will be the moment, you have to find out the moment, the moment on the right side of that section to the left of that section. So in this condition, we are going to see for the 40, and uh, we have seen at the D point, left side to the D point is we get 40 kilonewton meter as our uh, moment, but we have to find out at the right side of that moment. So with respect to that, we have to add this 40 in the your equation, because previously we have calculated the left side of that moment. Now we have to calculate find out the moment to the right side of that section. So that's why we have to add this moment, and in this moment we have taken anti-clockwise direction as a positive. So the equation is going to be 50 x minus 80 x minus 2 plus 40. And in this condition, if you put the value x equal to 4, so which will give you the bending moment, the magnitude is equal to 80 kilonewton meter. So in this similarly, if you take the value in this equation, which will give the value for your e point, moment at E point, which is left side to that E point. So there you put x equal to 6. So it will give 20 kilonewton meter, which is left side to that E point. So now you have to find out the value for the bending moment to the right side of that E point. So the equation is going to be similar in the manner that you have take the x value, which is going to be the 15 x minus 80 x minus 2 plus 40 plus 40, because previously one moment is going to be add into it, and the E point moment is also going to add into it. So the nature is also the equation is going to be the linear equation. In this condition, if you take the x value is going to be uh, equal to 6. The moment give at the right side to this E point is going to be 60 Newton meter, and if you take the value x equal to 8, this equation is going to be 0, because at the end of the bending, simple bending moment, the bending moment is going to be 0. So this is how we have drawn. We have seen that the C point, we which at that point, the A point, we have get moment equal to 0, but at the C point we get the moment is 100 Newton, and due to the point load, there is no fluctuation in the bending moment. But when you take the bending moment, and for the load which is for the bend moment, and in this moment we have to find out just like before the moment and after the moment. So before the moment, we have taken the left side to the D point, moment at left side to the D point, which is going to be the 40 at x equal to 4. And when you add a 40 kilonewton meter at that equation, so that equation is going to be give you the right side of that moment, magnitude of bending moment. So which in if you take the value x equal to 4, in this condition you get value is 80. So same point you get a two moment, which is left side you have 40 kilonewton meter, and the right side you have 80 kilonewton meter. So you have to take straight vertical step. So this is how drastic change is going to be happen due to the moment. And similarly this condition is going to happen in the E point as well. So this is how there are different kind of example is there, but this long length kind of example is not going to be asked in this gate examination. Only basic concept will be there. So be uh, curious about the basic concept, not the big numerical, because it is going to be time wasting. You solve long lengthy question, it is not going to help you in the final examination. Here is the few example whichever I have taken from different books, and in this condition, which is which shows the different orientation of different forces, how it's going to vary. uh, Here is the one cantilever beam is there, and with respect to the cantilever beam, at the end of that end point of that cantilever beam, we have a vertical lever, and at some distance it has a another lever with a pulley, and the end of that first lever, which is at the end, is going to be tied with respect to well, tie at the top end, and it is pulled from the pulley, another which is a pulley hold by another lever, and it is pulling downward. So what will happen due to that? The force which is generated at the first lever, which is at the end, which is trying to pull in the force direction. Due to that, the 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 another lever is going to also going getting bent, and due to that, the equal and opposite reaction is going to form. So in the first lever, that at the end of that beam, so in this condition, there is a moment is going to be take place, because the tension is going to be take at the a distance from the the beam, and the moment is going to be created over there is the P equal to A, and which is in the uh, anti-clockwise direction, and due to the force transfer, we actually know that the force is going to be transferred to the fixed end of that cantilever, and so you transfer that force directly to the beam. Similar fashion, if you come to the point where this pulley is going to be attached, due to the force, we are going to pull in the downward direction. So same force is going to be act at the point where we have attached the second lever, and due to that lever also we have getting one moment, and which is the magnitude is going to be equal to P into A, and in this case this is going to be in the anti-clockwise direction. Yeah, anti-clockwise direction. Now right to that diagram, we have another example where one cantilever beam is there, which is but in this condition the pulley will be attached to the beam directly. So in this condition, if you break that condition, so it will be your simple diagram you can see in the right side of that small diagram. In this way, you can see in this way. So this can be this can be reduced in the simply supported, and you can say the uh, FBD. So uh, in this diagram, the cantilever, which is at act as a certain the force is going to act at a certain distance, and in this due to it acting at a certain angle, it will create two kind of forces. One is horizontal forces and one is vertical forces, and due to the incline force, they are also going to be act one moment which is created by the force which is horizontal to that cantilever, and the force which is along the cantilever, uh, that is nothing but W cos theta and W sin theta. So W sin theta is going to be act along the cantilever beam, but the W cos theta is going to act perpendicular to that. And when you transfer that kind of forces on the cantilever beam, so the W sin theta is going to be the fixed end of that cantilever beam, and this is going to be create one moment which is nothing but W sin theta into A, and it will be in the anti-clockwise direction. Similarly, here the force, the weight distribution is going to be the vertical W cos theta, which is along to the cantilever beam. One is going to be the perpendicular to cantilever beam, W sin theta, which will balance W value. And here is another example, which is very common and a very can say they used to ask in a number of time, because this is going to create one little confusion. So there is the moment how to take the that FBD. drawing a bed is quite difficult, and understanding what kind of forces is going to act on that cross section. It is a basic concept, and you have to understand. If you understood the basic things, you need not to worry about the rest, because it is going to be simple. You have to remember the each and every force. It will apply the opposite force. So here there is a force 13 which is applied at a 40-degree from the bottom lever. The lever start from A to B, B to C, C to D. C to D, D to C is the point where uh, uh, it's a cantilever beam, and this is to another B to C and C to A. So B to C is a vertical link, and A to C is horizontal link. So when you apply the 30 Newton meter force at the 40-degree angle from the horizontal cantilever beam, so what will happen? It due to apply the force over there, we try to bend the point C, and due to that there is a bending, which is deflection is going to be take place at the cantilever beam, right? So, and I think they have asked they find out the forces over there, and the deflection due to when of this kind of forces, or the point C, or find out the value for this kind of two forces. So here we have seen there is this 3 Newton meter is going to be okay, 30 Newton is going to be act at the at A point. So it will be distributed into two way, which is one act is a vertical direction, and one is acting as a horizontal direction. So as we know that there is a equal and opposite reaction. If you that Fe force is going to be create moment in this diagram, so it will be going to be Fe into 1.5 kind of moment is going to be created in that cross section, and it is going to be anti clockwise direction. So take an and another force, that is horizontal force Fh. So it is going to be act, and similar the force is going to be act which is opposite in that direction. So we take as C to D. If you come to the B point, there the opposite direction, which is neutralize the Fh by the another direction, is going to be, you can have denoted by dotted line. And when you apply the force in the Fe in particular direction, so it will pull that C point in the downward direction with the same amount. So this kind of force is going to, if it is trying to pull in the other direction, there will be opposite force in Fe direction, which is going to be pulled in that direction. So this is how the point BC is going to be represent in this direction at B point. So the Fe will try to push in the upward direction, and the FH is going to be pull in the inward direction. So FH is going to pull in the in this direction with this magnitude. So here the value is going to be FH F that FE is going to be create the compressive forces in this, and the FH is going to be create the moment into it. That's why the magnitude of the moment is going to be FH into 2. So it will be going to be different values. So, and you know this it is going to be act in the clockwise direction. So as you move to the C point, as we seen that the force is going to be, the Fe is going to be try to compress that link. So there is a opposite reaction which is created at the point C. So the up end is going to be upward. It will try to push the C point in upward direction, but there is the cantilever also apply the resistance opposite direction. So there will be two reaction. So in the cantilever reaction Fe, which will try to compress that force, but in the D to C member, so it will what happen, due to that it will try to push in the upward direction. So what will it create? It will create the moment at that point. So the magnitude is going to be the Fe into 2, which is the cantilever length. So this is going to be the moment of that point, and the Fe force is going to be which will be equal and opposite to that. So it will be created that, and we know that the H is going to be pulled in the bottom direction, the similar fashion. the force is going to be opposite, which will pull the cantilever beam at the C point in the opposite direction. If you understood this kind of concept, it will be going to be easy, and you have to focus in such a question, so it will be quite easier to find out. Here is another example we have taken. If the moment is only going to be act on the beam, so the resultant forces at the both end is equal to uh, um, the, the resultant moment divided by the span of that lane. But here there is a variation. uh, the another example in which the moment at both end, the resultant moment or net moment is going to be a minus b, because the moment at a point is greater than moment at b point. So the r value is going to be both end is equal to the ma divided by mb divided by l. Another direction is m divided by l. So in the pure bending moment, a pure push. Okay. So if the pure bending will be there, then the shear force diagram is going to be zero, and the bending moment diagram is going to be the constant. And this is how we have completed the fourth module, which is shear force diagram. And it is no need to spend much time on the difficult question. So better way to concentrate on the basic concept and the basic funda, which is going to be play a major role in your gate exam. So